you're basically the original pop-ups.
Yes. I did not expect business to come from it. But in turn, I have met some of my best friends who I consider my family at this point. Those things actually, in turn, they do pay you over time without really meaning to. So I can't have a successful billboard client unless they have a... Billboards work because you're not ready. I don't want to take your money. I need you to work with Teevee and get your... I'm Staci Schofield. I'm with Lamar Advertising, the billboard company. Over 80% of my customers renew year after year after year. And that comes back to the honesty. When we can be our most authentic selves, we can thrive.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the TV Marketing Podcast. Today, we're talking to Staci Schofield about billboards and digital marketing and networking, building relationships, as you can tell. We got started a little bit there, and it just dawned on me that I probably should say hi.
Billboards, baby.
Yeah, we're going to talk billboards, and we're going to talk networking. We're going to talk business and life in a little bit, how we got into this kind of space, right? And I started to say this. I've been sharing more content. I've been writing more. I've been pushing more. So not only have I been showing up networking more, I've also been writing a lot more and recording videos. So this idea of like, you know what, I need to leverage this. This is the reboot of the podcast. And in this particular iteration, one of the things I want to do is feature business owners like yourself, people that are doing good stuff in the community, because that's one of the beautiful things I witness about you. You were raving about me. I want to definitely say that. I see you doing a lot of work.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
People are seeing you. I told Chuck this. Don't be offended if I say this, but I said, Chuck, she reminds me of a young female version of you.
Oh.
Like, go. Everywhere I go, you're there. She's there. Y'all are both there. And like, I don't know how y'all do it. I'm exhausted because I like to kick back. But y'all are committed to the community, I think. That's the impression I get.
Yeah.
Yes? And he's like, oh, okay. I think I see that.
Wow. Well, I mean, as far as East Dallas goes, right? I have lived in East Dallas for about 8 years, over by White Rock Lake. And the original reason why I joined East Dallas Chamber of Commerce was just to meet my neighbors.
Oh.
I did not expect business to come from it. But in turn, I have met some of my best friends who I consider my family at this point. And I have gotten quite a bit of business from it. So just getting out there, meeting your neighbors and being there for them when they need something and learning about what's going on in their life, what's going on in our street, in our neighborhood, what businesses are coming here. Those things actually, in turn, they do pay you over time without really meaning to. So
it's beautiful because it's business 101, relationships. We talk about it all the time. Relationships, if you build it, they will come. People will do business with those they know, like, and trust. And how do you do that? You invest into the community. You show up and you just show up and do things. And through virtue of that, I think the trust becomes almost irresistible. They're going to trust you and want to then throw money at you. Like, what do you do? How can I help you? Oh, you do billboards.
Yeah.
Which I have to say, I was a hater. Not of you. You're a fantastic human. So like, saw her face. I'm like, oh, no, not you. I was a hater of billboards.
Oh gosh, well, that makes me just as sad.
No. Well, you changed it. And that's my big point. I will say that comes from, I came into this from the digital point, angle, POV. Digital first, digital everything. You were my enemy, not you. Old media, because I'm trying to I came into this in 2009, 2010, 11. And when I first came in, I had to really twist people's arms to give me some money to do anything on digital. It was still like the remaining belief around, oh, well, I do yellow pages. I don't need to do anything else.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
I'm in the whatever. I'm in the white pages too. What are you talking about?
The yellow and the white page.
You don't need anything else. So it was me against old media in a sense.
In 2009. Okay, very interesting. Got it.
It was, people were open to it, but many of the business owners around were anti-digital. Oh, it's just a fad. It'll go away.
Interesting.
And then between probably 2010 and 15, it was clear that social media, and at the time they were calling it Web 2.0. I don't know if you knew that. That's how old I am, before they even called it social media. So I had to twist people's arms, and by then they realized, oh, it's not going anywhere. And since then, it's taken off.
Wow.
Then I met you, and I still wasn't completely sold on billboards, but I see the value. Did you know? I've had this thought. You're basically the original pop-ups.
Yes, I absolutely love that. And so,
are you tired of burning through your marketing budget faster than you can say ROI? Posting on social media, crickets. Running ads, more crickets. Watching your marketing strategy flop like a fish out of water while you quietly sob into your coffee. Fear not, this episode of the Teevee Show podcast is brought to you by, well, me. Teevee the Marketer, founder of Rockstar.Marketing, here to stop the madness. We take your marketing dollars and actually make them do something, like work. Want video content and ads that'll stop your audience from scrolling faster than they stop for a baby panda video? Yeah, we do that. So, if you're done setting your marketing dollars on fire, visit www.rockstar.marketing and let's turn those crickets into cash.
What's interesting about our timeline, right? So I got into the billboard industry in summer of 2014.
Okay.
And so it's just kind of an interesting time, right? So you're talking about Yellow Pages. I got some of my leads for my very first year with billboards from Yellow Pages. You went to the Yellow Pages
like, you need a billboard.
I mean, my very, very, very first customers, though, I speaking of yellow, I drove a bright neon yellow Dodge Dart, and
there she is. She's coming.
As much as I loved it, sometimes, yes, customers who I'd been going after for a long time, they'd see me coming and run to the back. No, just kidding, sort of. But I would walk.
She can try to sell you something.
Yeah. I would walk up and down my street of where my Abilene Lamar office was, and I would hand sign contracts. So that very first year, I remember that I was only one of very few salespeople at that time. And there was a few boards who hadn't been sold in a long time. And so I'm like, what do we need to do to get this board sold? And my GM at the time, Tommy Roberts, shout out, he hired me with Lamar in 2014. Still have a great relationship with him. He said, all right, I'll sell them for $100 a month on a year contract if you can get it signed this week. And I'm brand new. He literally had handed me a stack of his business cards and said, write your name and number on the back and go get these contracts signed. And I had very little training. And so I'm like, all right, here we go. And so I went to people and I'm like, here's this billboard off of I-20. It's $100 a month. Here's how many people see it each week. Will you take it? And they would take it. And I ended up winning Rookie of the Year after that year. But if you can show people the value in it, I mean, things like that don't happen anymore. But that's a wild story. And most of those people are still on those boards to this day.
Because they got the value from it.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you can't get, billboards work. And they work, they get attention and the credibility. They're big. Not all of them, but I now get it. And this is where you change my mind, is that there are different price points. Because I'm like, and we have a great relationship. I liked her so much that I recommended one of my clients to her, and she closed them. Went up, went down.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
He's still up to this day.
Yeah, I know. I drove by the other day. I'm breaking my neck trying to. You said it was a year contract. But in our conversation, you made it clear, because I do believe in an integrated plan. The problem is I'm trying to get them to give me all their money, invest with me. But if they have the budget or if they're willing to go in that direction, billboards work. If you also leverage it with digital, in my opinion, that's why I always try to.
That's why we are such a great partnership, is because I can't have a successful billboard client unless they have a great social media and website presence.
Yes.
Billboards work because in 7 words or less, about 7 seconds, maybe 6 seconds, we're going to drive by that billboard. We need to see who you are, what you do. We're going to Google you. Yep. We're going to go to 100%. Your website. And if you don't have a great website, if you don't pop up in Google when we Google you
for your own name,
then your billboard is not going to work. I sometimes in the past have refused business.
Are you kidding?
Because
that makes sense.
You're not ready. I don't want to take your money. I need you to work with Teevee and get your website up and running and SEO and your social media is looking great first. And then come to me once those things are good, because we're a great pair to see that success.
And that's the key. If not, then it's going to go in the trash.
Yeah. Over 80% of my customers renew year after year after year. And that comes back to the honesty, making sure that, yes, this is a great location because of the visibility and where it is in proximity of your office or where you want new business from, how many people see it each week, and the cost. But it's nothing if you don't have a great online presence.
Yeah, it's absolutely true. So tell me, how long do you see yourself in this business?
Absolutely. I'm working on year 11 right now. I have always pictured myself with Lamar until I'm ready to retire.
I can't associate. Well, now whenever I see Lamar, I see you.
Thank you.
I was in South Texas visiting my fiance's. If I get used to saying that.
Yay.
My fiance's family. And I saw Lamar down there. I'm like, oh, damn, they're everywhere.
I work nationwide. That's a thing. You might be seeing advertisers that have done down there. Yes.
Okay. But what I saw down there that I've never seen here is they got like lights on things on the billboards. They got like different features. Yeah. Is that something that's...
Yeah. So all markets throughout the United States have different regulations.
Okay.
So for DFW, for Lamar, that is, our contract states that we're going to give you illumination. So a couple of lights on the board. It does depend on the size of the board. Each board is different, but the average board has 2 lights on it. 14 by 48 is the largest standard size billboard in DFW. So there's going to be 2 lights on those, and the standard illumination is from dusk to 11 p.m. Lamar Dallas actually runs that until midnight, and then it also runs it again at no additional charge, morning burn. So 99% of our boards are illuminated. Each board is different. Are you meaning just the lights, or
that plus the actual words? Like the number is like the number 1 has lights that illuminate the 1, illuminate the 2.
So that's a special type deal that some areas will allow.
That's what I was thinking.
Some boards will allow. It has to deal with the area, the board, and then if both of those things will be okay with doing that, then now we've got to look at what that costs to do kind of that backlit. Is that what you're kind of seeing?
So say this is the lettering here. It's actually lit up to illuminate it even more.
Maybe 3D or maybe backlit.
It's 3D, yes.
It just depends on the market and the board if they'll accept that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I meant to text you, but I was driving and I forgot about it till right now. I'm like, dang.
Yeah, they do stand out.
They do.
Something big in DFW that we can do on most of our boards are extensions that really stand out. So if you see, I'm just going to throw out there a lawyer. If you see a lawyer and there's a hammer,
I know
above the billboard, it's above it. So that's called an extension. And those are very cost effective. They really stand out. And most boards in DFW can accept that.
They stand out because they're so different. There's not too many of those. It's interesting. Next question. And out of curiosity, do y'all do digital?
Absolutely.
Because obviously I see more and more of those. Is that coming up more?
Absolutely.
Ramping up?
I get this question almost every day.
Do you? Okay.
And it's so funny because a lot of people will be like, are y'all going all digital? And no, we are absolutely not going all digital. Lamar, we have been in business since 1902. Are
you one of the original billboard companies?
We're the largest billboard company in the United States. Okay. We have 400,000 billboards in the United States. But in DFW, we have around 30 digitals. And in DFW, we have 1,600 boards. We will never go all digital. We always believe in the static billboard where you're the only advertiser.
I was going to ask about that.
The
philosophy.
Beauty of digital right now, I'm working with a group of libraries who received some funding, and this has to start pretty much immediately because they're going to be having a giving day coming up.
Okay. It's North Texas Giving Day?
This is actually specifically for libraries. It's their giving day coming up. And so received a small amount of funding. And the giving day is very, very soon, less than 4 weeks away. And so once we're able to work out which locations they want, it doesn't matter if it's a one-day run. With digital, that's the beauty of it. As long as the billboard's available to do so, you can run for as little as a day. My husband proposed to me on a billboard. He did.
Wow.
Yes, my most favorite billboard in all of DFW.
Did he hire you? Who did he go through?
No. At the time, he called my boss, and her name is Amber Broyles. Okay. And he called her at the time, and he's like, I love Stacey, and I want to propose to her. And so the digital billboard in Deep Ellum on I-30,
yeah, I know
I-30 and Peak Street.
I know exactly where it is.
I was very hangry one evening, and my husband, I had gotten home, and I'm just like ready to go to my favorite Mexican restaurant, Pepe's and Mitos. Shout out to y'all, Deep Ellum. And he's driving, and I'm like, why are you taking so long to get there? And it was kind of like a rainy night too. So I'm just like ready for some enchiladas. And so finally he like pulls over, and I'm like, oh, yes.
No, give me some damn enchiladas.
Yes. And so I look up, and it says, will you marry me, Staci Jane? So best night of my life.
Wow.
And then I got my enchiladas.
So billboards are in your blood at this point.
I mean,
they're part of your story.
Yeah.
Okay. Standards have been raised. I don't know if I can meet that one. We might have to hook me up.
I can help you in the future, but y'all are done, right? Okay,
yeah, we're engaged.
Well, then you're gonna go.
I feel like I can come up with something creative.
Your anniversary.
Yeah,
in the
something
future.
like, hey, babe.
Hey, babe.
Yeah.
Hey, remember earlier when I told you about Rockstar Marketing and how we could stop your marketing strategy from flopping around like a fish in the desert? Yeah, that's still true. But maybe you didn't catch that. Maybe you're thinking, oh, I'll just keep throwing money at random ads. I'm sure something will stick eventually, right? Wrong. Spoiler alert, it won't. Look, you don't want to be that business owner that keeps trying to solve their marketing woes with duct tape and wishful thinking. You need results. You need Rockstar.marketing. So if you're finally ready to stop the slow motion train wreck that is your current marketing plan, visit www.rockstar.marketing and let's make your business the rockstar it deserves to be. Otherwise, enjoy those crickets, and now back to our show.
Next question that I had for you is this. Why are you so driven to be invested and involved in the community?
Okay, in our East Dallas community.
Yes.
So born and raised in Abilene, Texas. Without going too far back, I'd always wanted to live in Dallas. My mom was a diehard Texas Ranger fan. My dad wanted to live and work in Dallas. And so for me to get to live and work in Dallas County, it's truly a dream come true. Experiencing all the different parts of DFW, since of course I rented for a couple years before I bought a home in East Dallas. East Dallas specifically.
Yes.
Is home. Everyone wants to support each other in our businesses. We truly care about each other. This is not an uppity environment. I hope that's okay to say, but
absolutely.
We truly can be our most authentic selves, which you and I have spoke about in the past, it's just really important. If you can't be yourself, you can't thrive.
Yeah, there are some communities where I feel like it's a little much to maintain a certain level of look and a status. And that's a good point. I never considered it. It's pretty low key, easygoing. I like that.
Yeah. When we can be our most authentic selves, we can thrive. And in East Dallas, I feel like we can be ourselves and we can thrive. But at the same time, lots of business is being done. And in East Dallas, especially the East Dallas Chamber, and I'm also on the board of White Rock Center of Hope, we support each other and we want to support our East Dallas community.
And you're also, I don't know what your role is, but a big part of the young professionals.
Okay, yes.
Like you're part of a handful of different groups in the East Dallas community that
this has been truly a mind-blowing opportunity, this leading of the young professionals for East Dallas through the East Dallas Chamber. I didn't know what to expect. I figured with a lot of young people, we're planning our families, we're brand new getting married, we're brand new getting into a new career. I was very mistaken. Most of these young people were business owners. We want to drive business. We want to support each other. And the referrals that have gone on within this young professionals group, out of this world. This has been an unbelievable opportunity for me and all of the other YPs who have gotten involved with this.
You need to get in there. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Faye has been heavily involved. We truly appreciate her so much.
Sorry. So my kid is behind the scenes filming and taking a few snapshots here or there of the wonderful guest. At any rate, do you have any questions for me?
So, I mean, I love what you said in the beginning about how it kind of hurt me in the beginning, but that you said, you were against billboards, which I do run into a lot. I think my biggest thing that I run into a lot is people think that billboards are too expensive. Billboards are the second most cost-effective form of advertising right now out there. The only other form of advertising that is more cost-effective is the annoying little ads when you're trying to scroll that pop up on your phone.
Oh, I'm in charge of those.
Oh,
that's me.
But what you're also in charge of is making sure that their social media, their SEO, their websites and that's what we need to be great before we put up a billboard.
So we play nice.
No, we play great together. I can't do what I do without people like you.
Absolutely. Digital is fantastic and I love it. It's become evident that print, news, media, TV. In fact, by the way, I've added it as a service, streaming TV.
Okay.
Still digital,
awesome.
But on your actual TV. Hulu, Netflix, not Netflix. That might actually come on board eventually. But they all have, since they have the free versions, those individuals in essence accept ads. That's how they're paying for the thing. And I got approved by a couple of the major platforms, including Disney. Yeah, I know. So I can do Hulu straight up, Disney Plus, all of them.
Personally, I love Hulu. That's where I watch almost everything from. I don't even have cable. I have the Hulu package where you can get the live TV and all that. That's my favorite platform.
I guess I've grown and I'm no longer a hater. I had to mature and stop being a little prick. No, I was never that bad, but just supporting the business owners and helping them get in front of the people they need to get in front of, whether it be TV, radio. For those that have bigger budgets, man, let's get you on everything.
Yeah.
And I now include you in the conversation whenever possible, because absolutely. I feel that we can get you up there, it buys you more credibility, buys you more eyeballs. And ultimately, that's what it's all about. And knowing that you will take care of them, it's something that I'm even more, I think that was the other thing. I didn't know someone. So I couldn't recommend anyone, and I didn't know anyone to educate me on it.
Yeah.
So I feel like, if anything, that you are incredibly good at educating them and teaching them, and ultimately letting them know that it is affordable. It's actually one of the most, I didn't know that, the second most affordable way to advertise for your business.
I love that. And I will always be honest with them. Hey, this location's better than others. Here's what is great for your budget. A great benefit, one of the last things I'll say is with digital, you can run unlimited ads, change them up as much as you like all throughout the time that we have together.
Oh, really?
So yeah, that is the beauty of digital billboards. If you just want one message, let's do a static. Keep just you and you alone up the whole time. But
fantastic. Well, with that, I believe we're done. Unless you have some final thoughts, where can people find you? Where can they contact you? I feel like it's an easy one, but
yeah, I'm Staci Schofield. I'm with Lamar Advertising, the billboard company. You can reach me at sschofield@lamar.com, SSCHO Field, FIELD @lamar.com. Thank you so much.
We'll make sure to put that in the video and in the show notes and in the description everywhere to make sure that if anybody runs across this, especially in East Dallas, guys, I will be promoting this everywhere.
Thank you so much.
That
Appreciate
they know who to reach out to, and hopefully you get some business out of this as well.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Awesome. Appreciate you.